5 shocking facts about New Zealand. Imagine a land with no native mammals, where birds rule the roost. Welcome to New Zealand. In this remarkable corner of our planet, the natural ecosystem developed in a way that's utterly unique. New Zealand, completely isolated for millions of years, became a land where birds evolved without the presence of land mammals. It's as if Mother Nature conducted her own grand experiment, and the result was a flourishing avian paradise. The variety of bird species that call this place home is staggering. From the majestic royal albatross, with its wingspan stretching up to 3 meters, to the tiny rock wren, weighing in at a mere 7 grams, New Zealand's bird population is a testament to the power of evolution. And let's not forget the famous kiwi. This flightless bird has become a symbol of national pride. It's so iconic that New Zealanders are globally known as Kiwis. This peculiar bird, with its long beak and round body, roams the forest floor in the dark of night, foraging for grubs and insects. But this paradise of birds didn't remain untouched forever. The arrival of humans brought a wave of change. Along with us came mammals, rats, stoats, possums, and others. These invaders posed a serious threat to the bird population. Birds that had evolved without the need to defend against mammalian predators suddenly found themselves under siege. The impact has been significant. Some species, like the large, flightless moa, are now extinct. Many others are endangered. But New Zealand isn't standing by idly. There's a nationwide effort to protect these unique creatures. From extensive pest control programs to the creation of predator-free islands, the country is fighting to preserve its avian heritage. So, New Zealand, the land where birds once ruled supreme, now fights to protect them from the invaders introduced by humans. It's a fascinating tale of evolution, survival, and human impact. New Zealand's bird story is a reminder of the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems and the ongoing battle to maintain it. But wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment, "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. Did you know the world's southernmost capital city resides in New Zealand? Nestled at the southwestern tip of New Zealand's North Island, we find Wellington, the capital city that sits further south than any other in the world. It's a place where the hustle and bustle of a modern city meets the serene beauty of Mother Nature in a harmonious symphony. Wellington is a city that commands your attention, not just for its geographical significance, but for the vibrant life it pulses with. It's a picturesque landscape, a sprawling urban jungle set against the backdrop of lush green hills, with the azure waters of Wellington Harbour lapping at its feet. But it's not just the stunning vistas that make Wellington stand out. It's also the city's heart and soul. This is a city that wears many hats. It's New Zealand's political hub, the home of the nation's parliament and the seat of government. It's a cultural powerhouse, a place where art, music, theatre, and film thrive. You might even recognize it as the production center of the famous Lord of the Rings trilogy. Museums and galleries dot its streets, while festivals and performances bring the city to life. Its culinary scene is a gastronomic delight, with a coffee culture that rivals the best in the world. And let's not forget its title as the world's windiest city, where a gentle breeze is a constant companion, adding a touch of whimsy to the city's charm. Wellington's southernmost status sees it beat out other capital cities like Buenos Aires in Argentina and Canberra in Australia. Situated at approximately 41 degrees south latitude, it's closer to the South Pole than it is to the equator, a testament to its unique position on the globe. And yet, despite its geographical extremes, Wellington is a city that is as warm and welcoming as the people who call it home. It's a place where the extraordinary is every day, a city that invites you to explore and discover its many secrets. Wellington, a city teeming with culture and beauty, stands proud as the world's southernmost capital. Volcanoes in New Zealand? You bet! Now, let's delve into the fiery world of this island nation's geological history. New Zealand is not just the land of long white clouds, but also a land molded by the fiery breath of the earth, its volcanoes. The country sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean, where many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. This precarious location has led to the birth of numerous volcanoes, both active and dormant. that have shaped the landscape of New Zealand in ways unimaginable. The most significant of these volcanic regions is the Taupo volcanic zone, stretching from White Island in the north to Mount Ruapehu in the south. This volcanic belt is one of the world's most active. It's an area of intense geothermal activity, with hot springs, geysers, and, of course, volcanoes. One of the most notable volcanic events in the history of New Zealand is the eruption of Lake Taupo about 26,000 years ago. This eruption was so enormous that it caused global effects, with ash found as far away as China and Antarctica. The Taupo volcano remains active today, with the most recent eruption occurring just over 1,800 years ago. But it's not all about destruction. These volcanic activities have also created some of the most breathtaking landscapes in New Zealand. The geothermal areas with their hot springs and geysers are a spectacle to behold. The volcanic peaks, often capped with snow, offer stunning vistas and are a favorite among hikers and nature lovers. The volcanoes have also played a significant role in the culture and mythology of the Maori people, the indigenous people of New Zealand. Many of their stories and legends are intertwined with the volcanoes, attributing them with spiritual significance. With its fiery past and present, New Zealand is truly a land shaped by volcanoes. So, the next time you find yourself marveling at the stunning landscapes of this beautiful country, remember the fiery giants beneath the surface that have played a part in molding these spectacular vistas. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing, drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments, and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. Alright, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. New Zealand, or Aotearoa. This country enjoys the privilege of having two official names. This isn't just a fun fact. It's a testament to the rich cultural history and the intrinsic link between the land and its people. But let's dive a little deeper, shall we? The name New Zealand traces its origin back to the Dutch cartographer Abel Tasman, who first sighted the country in the 17th century. He initially named it Statenland, believing it to be connected to a landmass of the same name near the tip of South America. A few years later, Dutch mapmakers renamed it Nova Zeelandia after the Dutch province of Zeeland. This was later anglicized to the name we commonly use today, New Zealand. Now let's talk about Aotearoa, the Maori name for the country. The Maori, the indigenous Polynesian people of New Zealand, have called it Aotearoa for centuries. It's a beautiful name, isn't it? Translated, it means land of the long white cloud. It's believed to reference the long white clouds that the Polynesian navigators would have seen over the islands when they first arrived. In recent years, there has been a significant push to officially recognize Aotearoa as an official name for the country. This isn't a new concept, as the Maori language, Te Reo, has been one of New Zealand's official languages since 1987. Advocates argue that recognizing the name Aotearoa would acknowledge the Maori's historical significance and their contribution to the country's identity. It's a debate that is ongoing, a conversation that speaks to the heart of New Zealand's identity, its history, and its future. It's about more than just a name. It's about acknowledging and respecting the deep roots of Maori culture in New Zealand. Whether you call it New Zealand or Aotearoa, there's no denying the rich cultural history of this nation. Think New Zealand is just two islands? Think again. Welcome to Stewart Island, New Zealand's third largest island that often slips under the radar. Nestled in the southernmost reaches of New Zealand, this hidden gem is a haven of untouched wilderness and unique wildlife, a world away from the hustle and bustle of the mainland. Stewart Island, or Rakiura as it's known in Maori, is a place where nature still holds sway. Over 80% of the island is dedicated to Rakiura National Park, making it a paradise for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Here the wilderness is king, and humans are but humble guests. The island's isolation has allowed a unique ecosystem to flourish. Walk through the dense forest undergrowth, and you'll find a world teeming with life. From the melodious bellbird to the cheeky kaka, the island is a symphony of birdsong. But the real star of Stewart Island is the kiwi. Unlike their mainland cousins who are nocturnal, the Stewart Island kiwi can often be spotted during daylight hours, a rare treat indeed. The human population on Stewart Island is sparse, with just over 400 residents, most of whom reside in the quaint town of Oban. But don't let the small population fool you. The islanders have a strong sense of community, and their warm hospitality is legendary. Stewart Island is also steeped in Maori tradition. The island's Maori name, Rakura, means glowing skies, a nod to the stunning sunsets and the occasional display of the southern lights, or aurora australis. These natural light shows are just one of the many wonders Stewart Island has to offer. So next time you think of New Zealand, remember to include the often forgotten Stewart Island in your thoughts. While smaller and less populated, Stewart Island is an integral part of New Zealand, offering untouched wilderness and unique wildlife. From its lush forests and stunning coastline to its rich Maori heritage and friendly locals, Stewart Island is a testament to New Zealand's diverse beauty and charm.